All right, so now it's time to start putting together our shots. At any given point of time, any of these processes can be repeated and in no particular order. This is due to the nature of real-time creative iteration. There are no pipeline issues once all assets are in the engine that would force you to go in a very specific order or direction. You're free to work however fits your style and project. For example, if you'd rather block out the animation with camera movements, then decide to go in and add background elements, you can do that, or vice versa. You can build up your set, then place your animations inside of it, then block it with your camera. However you want to do it, you can do it. That's the beauty of virtual production. Simply put, it's a sandbox and completely open-ended to whatever workflow you want to develop. So I have my full range here of a couple hundred frames. So what I'm going to do now, though, is let's go ahead and add an animation to this camera. As you see, this is my start frame. I'm going to go a couple hundred frames in. And I'm just going to sort of preview a really simple camera move here. Just to reveal sort of this rocky plateau, get some more of these trees in the background in as the drone sort of swoops down. That's sort of the idea here. So I'm going to go back to 0. Let's move back over here. Get back inside of our camera. Sorry about that. Get back over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a transform keyframe for the camera. All right. And one thing that's crucial that I need to set up actually before I do any sort of animation is I want to change this to 24 frames per second. And I want to make sure that my master sequence is actually 24 because that's what the overall master edit is at. So I want to make sure I'm doing that. So once that's done, that should definitely be one of the first things you do is make sure that your master sequence and your shot sequences have the desired frame rate. I'm going to go in and I'm going to start animating this camera move. So at frame 0, I've created a keyframe for the camera's transform. And all the way over here, this is going to be kind of a slow languid movement. At frame 240, I'm just going to sort of have it swoosh over to the side to give us a little bit more depth into this background, and you can see the more verdant forested area. And I'm also going to pop up just a little bit. I can manually add a keyframe, or of course I could turn on auto keying right here. So now I should have this nice little dolly sort of tracking shot with like a little bit of a jib movement rising up. And I feel like this accurately represents the board in terms of the A and B position of this shot.